Hello friends, welcome to a mixed flow chair class. My name is Mary Boland. I'm going to be taking you through your class today. This class is brought to you by Topeka County Public Library and our company, Topeka Yoga Network. To do class today, it would be great if you happen to have a yoga block. If you don't, no problem. Maybe just grab a water bottle or a thick book or something that you can put up on its end. I'm going to leave both of mine here so I can cue you with both of those props. Also, it would be handy if you had a yoga strap. We're going to use that to stretch out your hips and your hamstrings at the end of class. If you don't have a yoga strap, grab a thin long towel or perhaps a necktie or maybe a piece of rope. But something that's going to not be too harsh on your hands, right? So if you don't have a strap at all or anything that you can use, don't worry, I will cue you through that as well. So let's start class by sitting up nice and tall. If you could see behind me, you would see that my back is quite a ways away from the back of the chair. So I'd like for you to sit up tall and not lean back in the chair. Also, I'd like you to look down and make sure your heels are underneath your knees. If your heels are behind your knees, when we roll forward, you'll topple right out of the chair. So let's get the posture right. Bring the hands to the knees, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. All of the effort we do today, you'll be able to do from the chair. We might do some standing poses at the end. And that's okay if you don't want to do those. Standing, you'll be able to still do those from your chair. I'll make sure that I'm cueing both ways. All right, let's begin. Sit up nice and tall. And then we'll have a couple of slow and easy breaths. We'll breathe together. Inhale. And open the mouth and exhale. Inhale, open the mouth, and exhale. Close the mouth, inhale deeply, open the mouth, exhale. Close the mouth, return the breath back to a smooth and rhythmic breath in and out through the nose. This will be our foundation pose. I want you to sit up nice and tall. Return to this pose after each effort. Drop the chin and we'll do some gentle neck and shoulder stretches. Bring your left ear towards your left shoulder and then drop your chin back to center. Now right ear to right shoulder. Drop the chin and then left ear to left shoulder. Drop the chin. And then bring the right ear to right shoulder. Drop the chin. Bring your head up now. We've got a nice tall spine, shoulders back over the hips, crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. Let's do some shoulder shrugs here. So you can go in whatever direction seems right to you. But I'd like you to make these some relatively big shoulder efforts. So nice big shoulder rolls. You can do one at a time now, and maybe even switch directions as you do that. Sit up nice and tall, bring your arms out to the sides, and we're going to do some gentle circles here. Because I'm not familiar with your body types, I'm going to avoid anything that will really tax the shoulders, though I will give you modifications as I go. Change directions with the shoulders, with the circles. And let's make them a little bigger now. Change directions again. We'll try and point your fingers straight up. Change directions again. Bring your hands back to your knees, and we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So we started the effort from the neck. We've gone down through the shoulders. We need to get into the chest, the spine, and the torso. Take a deep breath in, And on your exhale, I want you to round your back. It's like you're trying to push your upper back into the chair. And then on your next inhale, I want you to roll forward. Go ahead and let your elbows come out wide and let your belly just drop, right? And then on your exhale, we're going to push back. This would be a cat, a yoga pose called a cat. And then inhale as you roll forward. This would be a cow. Let's do one more each direction. Here we go. Exhale, round the back, pull on the knees and really get a nice stretch. And then inhale, roll forward. Bring the shoulders back up over the hips. Bring the hands down to the sides. And we're going to do some bigger stretches from the shoulders through the core and down into the hips. These would be like a half sun salutation if we were standing. Now I want you to start with an inhale, bring your hands up. Now if you have shoulder issues, stop right here. But if you don't have shoulder issues, bring the hands straight on up. And on your exhale, I want you to lay your belly down on your thighs, bring your hands back behind your knees. Now I want you to inhale up just part way. Notice my hands are reaching towards the wall behind me. And then exhale, lay the belly right back down, wrap the arms back behind the knees. Now inhale as you come all the way back up. Shoulder issues, stop here. Everyone else, reach, reach, reach. We're going to do 2 more of those. Exhale, all the way back down. Lay the belly down on the thighs, reach hands behind the knees. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale, come all the way back up. Remember, stop here if your shoulders need that. And then exhale, all the way back down. Lay the belly on the thighs, reach the hands back. Inhale up halfway and exhale down. Reverse, come all the way back up. And bring the hands to the chest. And relax. We're going to do a couple of gentle seated twists. Bring your left hand to your left thigh. Bring your right hand to your right hip, or you can bring your right hand to the chair, or you can bring your right hand back behind you to the back of the chair. Now, we're going to try not to twist a curved spine, so I'd like a nice tall spine. So with your next inhale, we're going to find length through the torso. And on the exhale, a gentle twist to the right. Now try not to let the knees splay out here. Push down through the heels if you need to. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Push through the heels. Inhale, center. One last twist. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Take a breath here. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Left hand, like I said, can come to your left hip or into the chair behind you, or even to the arm of the chair if you feel like you need that support. Remember, we've got a nice tall spine, so let's take a deep inhale. And exhale, we're twisting to the left. This is a gentle effort, just finding the muscles and getting them warmed up. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. We'll come back to the center. I want you to bring your hands in front of your right knee, interlace them, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. Now avoid the leaning back. So I want you to, you might be inclined to lean back so you can pull your knee in, but I'd like you to sit up nice and tall. So pull your right knee right into the chest, and I want you to flex at both ankles. So we'll pull the toes up. And then set the right foot down. Let's do the left side. Interlace hands in front of left knee, and up we come. Again, the effort is to pull the knees straight in while we keep the spine long. So we worked the shoulders and into the core. We're now trying to work the hips. Set the left foot down. We'll do the right side. Right knee in. Set the right foot down. We'll do the left side, left knee in. set the left side down and we'll sit up nice and tall. 3 more half sun salutations and we're going to start moving into the lower body. Hands to the side. Inhale, bring them up. Remember, stop here if you have shoulder issues. The rest of you come all the way up. And on your exhale, blow the breath out. Lay your belly right down on the thighs. Wrap your hands back behind your knees. Now inhale up just halfway. I want you to start thinking about pushing through your heels and lifting your toes. Exhale down. That effort will really get the glutes and the quads engaged. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up halfway and exhale down. Inhale, reverse, come all the way up. And last one, here we go. Exhale, blow the breath out, lay the belly down, wrap the hands back. Keep the neck in line with the spine now. Inhale up halfway. Notice my toes are still lifted. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse. Come all the way up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your lap. We're going to start working deeper into the shoulder, or to the hips. We're going to warm the hips up a little bit. So let's sit up nice and tall. Pardon me. And I'd like you to lift your right leg up off of the chair. And then I want you to set your right foot out to the side. So we've got a little bit of external hip rotation here on the right side. And then lift it up, bring it back in, and set it down. We're going to do that 4 more times. I want you again to resist the temptation to lean back. We'll sit up nice and tall. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring it out, set it down. Inhale, exhale, back in. 3 more. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale out. Inhale up, exhale back. We have 1 more. Inhale up, exhale out. Inhale up and exhale back. So the hips and the quads and the inner thighs starting to get nice and warmed up. We're going to do the other side now. Inhale, left leg up and exhale. Set it out to the side. Inhale, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale out. Inhale up, exhale back. Well, that's really working that quad. Inhale up and exhale out. Inhale up and exhale back. We just have 2 more. We can get through this. Here we go. Inhale up, exhale out. Inhale up, exhale back. Last one. Here we go. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale up and exhale back. Step those feet out. I know the quads are kind of burning a little bit, and I'll help you with that here in just a moment. But I want to keep working on the hips here. So I want you to bring the right foot up and then bring it out to the side. We'll sit up nice and tall here, and I'd like you to extend your left leg. So if possible, if it feels okay in your practice, I want you to keep the left leg, knee, and ankle in line. And if you feel like you're dropping your knee, then I want you to bring your leg back towards the midline. So I want to be real careful with the knees, all right? So the left leg is extended. The right heel is underneath the right knee. So this effort would mimic a warrior pose, right? So we're going to bring the hands down to the side, and we'll inhale, bring the hands back up. So this would mimic a warrior 1. And then exhale, bring the hands back down. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale up and exhale down. Support the left leg as you bring the left knee in and extend the right leg. We'll try and seal the right foot down to the mat, and left heel is now out underneath left knee. Let's sit up nice and tall, hips are neutral and underneath the shoulders, hands to the sides, and here we go. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Last one, inhale up and exhale. Bend your right knee. You can support it as you bring it back in. This time I want the feet out relatively wide. So we're going to start putting all of this effort together. I'd like you to bring your block and place it right in the center, maybe right between your feet. Now, remember, if you don't have a block, then use your water bottle, right? It's whatever works for you. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands out to the sides and inhale, bring them up. Exhale, we're going to roll forward and we're going to bring our hands right to the block or to the water bottle. Now, I want you to slightly lift the toes and push through the heels. You're going to feel a little more effort in your inner thighs. I mean, that's what we're targeting here. Now, I want you to bring your left hand to the block or the water bottle and bring your right hand to your right hip. Now we're going to have a nice long spine here, so take a deep breath and find length in the spine. And on your exhale, we're going to twist gently to the right. And then we're going to come back to center. Right hand goes to the block or to the water bottle, left hand, left hip. Remember, long spine before we twist. Inhale and exhale, twist to the left. We'll come back to center, both hands back to the block or to the water bottle, lift the heels, lift the toes and push through the heels. All right, friends, bring your left hand to your left knee. Set the block or the bottle back underneath your chair and bring your right hand to your right knee. Pull your elbows in tight and keep your neck in line with your spine, a nice long spine. And then let's roll up. Woo. All right, we're going to add some additional movements to these efforts. Put your right heel underneath your right knee. Extend your left leg. Now we're going to sit up a little taller, and we're going to bring the hips are now, instead of neutral and being forward, we're going to move the hips until they are off slightly at an angle towards the right side maybe of the room. So notice now that my hips are not facing you like they were just a moment ago, but instead they're off at an angle. All right, friends, we're going to mimic a warrior two effort, and then we're going to put this all together. Inhale, bring the hands up, and exhale, bring the arms out. So we're going to take the gaze over the right shoulder, and we're going to keep a nice long spine. Inhale, hands back up, and exhale, arms back out. Last one, inhale, hands up, and exhale. Bring the hands down, support the left knee as you pull that left knee back in, and we're gonna adjust yourself on the chair to where your left ankle is now underneath your left knee. Remember, the hip, the knee, and the ankle all in the same line. And then the right leg is off to the side. And now notice my hips are no longer facing the front. They're at an angle off to the left. It's not an extreme angle, but it is, the hips are not neutral in this pose. Hands to the side, 3 efforts here. Inhale up and exhale, warrior two. Inhale up and exhale, warrior two. Inhale up and exhale. Bring your hands down, support the right knee as you pull it back in, and let's get the blood moving around. Let's bring the right knee back off to the side. The hips are open here, slightly to the right. Seal the left foot down if that feels okay. Remember, you may need to move your left leg back closer to midline. All right, friends, let's get the block and place it right inside the right foot. We're going to string together some poses here to create some strength and then also to get your blood moving. Here we go. Let's inhale and bring the hands up. And on exhale, we're coming out to warrior two. And then take a nice breath. And on your exhale, bring your right forearm down to your right thigh as you reach your left hand straight up. So we're trying to stack the shoulders a bit here. So pull your right shoulder forward as your left shoulder comes back. And then we're going to push back up to warrior two. Then bring your left hand back behind your back, right palm to the ceiling, and we're going to reverse. So this is a reverse warrior. We're stretching the intercostal muscles down the right side of your body. And then inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, we're coming back to side angle. Now we're going to create a little bit more effort here. Bring your right hand down to the block inside your right ankle. Reach your left hand up. So I had you bring your hand to the block so you pull your right shoulder forward just a little bit as you pull your left shoulder back. All right, friends, we're going to rip back down and push back up to warrior two. And then reverse the warrior. And then back to warrior two. Side angle here. And then right hand down to the block. Root down through the right heel, push back up, warrior two. And reverse. Warrior two. Side angle. And then extend that, bring the hand down to the block. We'll push back up to warrior two. And then bring the hands down. We'll support the left leg as you bring the left heel back in. And then let's set up to do the same thing 3 times on the other side. So left hip, left knee, left ankle or heel, all in the same, in line here. Extend the right leg. Block is inside left ankle. And we'll sit up nice and tall. Inhale, hands come up. And exhale, warrior two. Left forearm down to left thigh, reach right hand up, side angle. And then back up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior here by bringing right hand back behind the back. Left palm comes to the ceiling and then reach the palm towards the right side of your room. Push back out to warrior two. And then we're coming to side angle here. And we're going to extend this effort by bringing left hand down to the block, reaching right hand up. Pull your left shoulder forward just a bit, right shoulder back. This is a pretty big effort. Now push down through the left heel and come right back to warrior two. Reverse here. And then warrior two. Back to side angle. And then extended side angle. And we'll push back up to warrior two. Hands down to the side, support the left leg as you bend the knee and bring the left heel in, set the block aside. We're gonna really get the heart rate up a little bit more now. We're gonna stay in the chair. You may wanna sit back about halfway into the chair, but as before, make sure your heels are underneath your knees so you don't topple out. We're gonna do what a seated version of a full, of a sun salutation, right? So bring your hands down to your sides, and then inhale, bring the hands up, and then exhale, blow the breath out, lay your belly down on your thighs, wrap your hands back behind your knees. Now interlace hands in front of right knee, and on your next exhale, sit up nice and tall, bring the right knee into the chest. And then inhale as you extend both legs straight out in front of you. And then exhale, bring both heels down. Here we go. Doing the left side, inhale up. And exhale, bring your belly down, wrap your hands back behind the knees. Bring your hands in front of your left knee and inhale up. And then exhale, both legs out. Both feet down and inhale up. Exhale down. Let's add a half lift now. Inhale up, half lift. And exhale back down, hands in front of right knee, inhale up. And exhale, both feet out. Inhale, both feet down. and blow the breath out. Let's do it again. Inhale up. Exhale. Bring the belly all the way down to the thighs, wrap hands back. Inhale up halfway, and exhale. Bring them back down. Interlace hands in front of left knee. Inhale up, and exhale. Both feet straight out. Now inhale, set both feet down, and exhale. Shrug it out. Let's do a seated cat-cow, and then we're gonna do one more hip opener, and then we'll do some standing poses along with the seated poses. 3 seated cat-cows. We did these right at the beginning of class. Hands to the knees, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Round the back. And then inhale. Remember, the elbows can come out wide as the belly drops. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll sit up nice and tall. Now, this effort, again, because I'm not sure of the condition of your hips and knees, I'm going to cue this 2 ways. Bring your left ankle up over your right thigh. And I want you to just sit up nice and tall. Now, if that does not feel good, or if that's painful on your knees, I just want you to cross your left ankle over your right ankle. Either way, the left knee is slightly out. So my left ankle is over my right thigh, or my left ankle is over my right ankle. We're gonna sit up nice and tall, and then we're just gonna gently lean forward. So I'm targeting your left hip here and your low back, but if this is painful, I definitely do not want you to continue with it. We'll sit up nice and tall, set the left foot back down. Remember, right ankle comes over right knee, and your effort would be this, or right ankle over left ankle, or right ankle over left knee. Now I have 2 new knees, so my right knee, as you can see, is really sticking up there pretty far. Don't worry about how your body looks. Worry a little bit more about how your body feels, right? Sit up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. So we're coming forward here. I've got a nice long spine. My chest is broad and my shoulders are wide. And then we'll set the right foot back down. Now, I'm going to have all of you do a seated chair with me, and then I'm going to stand and show you a standing chair, right? So in a seated chair, I'd like your feet about maybe 2 fist distance apart, heels underneath the ankles, hands to the side. Now, in a chair effort, we're going to try and hinge from the hips, right? So I want you to start by keeping a nice long spine, and we're just leaning forward, hinging from the hips. We'll try not to let the knees splay out, but rather the knees stay over the heels, and then we're going to reach the hands forward. So I want you to maybe reach the hands up towards the ceiling and maybe take your gaze up as we're hinging from the hips. Now, we'll come back out of this pose, and if you'd like to try this effort standing, we're going to do that now, and then we're going to add to that, right? So those of you who want to stay in the chair, stay in the chair. Those of you who would like to stand, we're going to do the same effort. Notice my feet are about just not wider than hip width, right? And then we're going to sit the hips back, and we're going to lean forward and reach the arms up. So notice that I'd like to still be able to see my toes out past my knees as we reach forward. Now, all of us, if you're in the chair or standing, I want you to bring your hands to your chest. We keep a nice long spine here because we're adding a twist. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, we're twisting, just bringing the left elbow towards the right knee. We're going to keep a nice long spine. We definitely don't need to bring the elbow down to the knee. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, we're twisting to the right again. One more, inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. And exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. And exhale. Come out of this pose. I'm going to take us all into another pose. We'll do it seated and standing. So if you'd like to remain in your chair, I'd like you to, let's all come to the chair. And I'll start us in this pose, and then we can, those of you who'd like to stand, I can take you through a standing version. So we're going to bring the right leg out to the side. And left leg out to the side. Remember, hips, knees, and heels all in alignment. So we're trying not to let the knee dive in. Bring it out to the side. And then if you're in the chair, you might grab your block or your water bottle or whatever you're using here as a support. And then I'd like you to lean forward and bring the block forward. Now this is a little different than what we did earlier, because we're bringing the block out at least to the toes, or maybe past the toes. So they're not, the block is no longer in line with your feet. I'm targeting your inner thighs here and your low back. So you may stay here, or you can come out of this effort by bringing your one hand to the knee and then the other hand to the knee and supporting yourself. Now, those of you who would like to try that same effort standing, I encourage you to come maybe to the back of your chair, or just to hold on. Or if you feel stable enough, we're going to bring the feet out a little wide. Maybe just slightly wider than the hips, right? And then the toes and the knees and the hips are in line. So the toes actually are going to be out just a little bit. Now, if you're in the chair, you're going to set back up just the way we did a moment ago, and then bring the block out in front of you. If you are standing, you're going to lower the hips down and reach the arms forward. Now, this is an extreme pose. It's going to a strengthener for your quads, your hamstrings, and your hips, whether you're seated or whether you're standing. Let's come back up out of this effort, and let's do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. Breathe right here. And then on your next inhale, we'll come to a standing position. Step the feet back together, and then let's all have a seat. I want to stretch out your low back, and then I want to stretch out the backs of your legs as well. So just like we did at the beginning of class, let's go ahead and scoot away from the back of the chair. Sit up nice and tall. Heels underneath the knees. Bring the block between the feet if that, you may want it, I'm not sure. We're going to do a ragdoll. And I'd like the block there just in case you need it to be more stable. All right, let's bring the hands to the sides and inhale as you bring the hands up. And on your exhale, we're going to come forward. This is a little different than how we started the class, or with our half sun salutations, because now we're going to bring our hands in front of the feet, and then in between the feet, grab opposite elbows. Remember, we're going to really push through the heels here. Now you've created a box here with by grabbing opposite elbows. You can drop your head into that box. If that doesn't feel good to you, or if that makes you dizzy, I want you to just bring your forearms to the block. So a ragdoll helping, is going to help stretch the back and also stretch the hips. Now all of us will bring our hands to the block, push up, Bring one hand to one knee and then the other hand to the other knee, and we're gonna push up nice and tall. Set the block aside, and we'll take hold of the strap. Now, I first want to stretch the hip before we stretch the hamstrings and the calf muscles. So bring the strap behind the ball of the right foot. You may need to choke up on the strap just a little bit. So you can see I've choked up on the strap until my hands are even with my knee. Sit up nice and tall, and then we're going to pull right knee straight up, and then set it down. Bring it straight up, and set it down. One more. Right knee comes straight up, and then set it down. Now we're going to add. So pull the right knee straight up, and then extend the right leg. The strap is behind the ball of my right foot, so I'm pushing through my heel. Now right knee comes back in and straight up, and then down. Here we go. Let's put it all together. Right knee up and out. Up and down. We're going to add one more thing here. Here we go. Right knee up and out. Straps going to right hand to left thigh. Sit up nice and tall, and right leg comes out to the side. Now notice I'm not leaning in my chair. I want to sit up nice and tall. Right leg out to the side. Now right leg back to center. Grab the straps. Right knee up and down. Let's do that all together. Here we go. Right knee up, and then right leg out. Straps in right hand. Right leg comes out to the side. Right leg back to center. Right knee comes back up, and then set it down. Woo. Let's go ahead and do the left side now. Even things out. Here we go. Bring the left knee straight up, and then out. Straight up and down. Left knee straight up and out. Back into the body and down. One more. Up and out. Up and down. All right, let's add that last bit. Here we go. Left knee up and out. Straps into left hand, right knee. Bring the left leg straight out, and then back to center. Take hold of the straps, left knee straight up, and then down. Left knee comes up, and then extend the leg. Straps go in left hand, and bring the leg out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. Straps come back in both hands, bring the left knee straight in, and set the left foot down. Set the strap aside, and let's sit up nice and tall. We're going to do some breathing exercises here. It would be great if you're sitting up nice and tall and your back isn't touching the chair, but if you need to be comfortable, sit all the way back into the chair. All right, let's bring the shoulders back over the hips. We'll sit up nice and tall. Crown of the head is reaching for the ceiling. Slow and easy breath here. Now we're going to do a 4-7-8 breath. I'm going to have you inhale to a count of 4, hold to a count of 7, and then I want you to exhale to a count of 8. So that's going to require quite a little bit of control and effort so that you can make sure that you have enough air to exhale to the count of 8. So let's give it a try. We'll do several. Sit up nice and tall and inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How'd that go? It's a little different. Let's try it. I'd like to do maybe 2 or 3 more. Sit up nice and tall. Now that you're used to it, let's take a deep breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fill the lungs here. Hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the mouth and return your breath to a rhythmic breath in and out through the nose. And we'll sit up nice and tall. Let's keep a smooth and easy breath. And if it's in your practice and it feels okay, close your eyes here. If not, just look straight down the tip of your nose. I'd also like for you to visualize the effort of a smile. I want you to feel how the breath feels as it comes in and out, right? So the breath is filling the lungs, thinking about noticing how it feels as it fills the lungs. And then notice how the body feels as you exhale and push the breath back out. Keeping that slight effort of a smile. Keeping your focus on the feeling of the breath as it fills the lungs. And then how the breath feels as it leaves the body. It's okay if your mind wanders here. Sometimes thoughts pop in, and that's all right. Acknowledge the thought and then come back to noticing the feeling of how the breath feels as it fills up your lungs. And notice the feeling, how your shoulders feel and how your chest feels and how your body feels as you exhale. Noticing the inhale and your ribs expanding. And notice the exhale. Staying with this slow and easy effort. Encouraging the mind to come back to the feeling of the breath each time. My friends, sit up nice and tall, bring your hands to your chest, drop your chin. You could have spent your time any way, many other ways today, but you chose to come and practice this yoga practice. I'm hoping that whatever brought you to this practice today, whatever need you had when you came to the practice, I'm hoping that that's what you received. Thank you so much for practicing with us today. Namaste, friend.